Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. I was taught that the way of progress was neither swift nor easy.
A scientist in his laboratory is not a mere technician. He is also a child confronting natural phenomena that impress him as though they were fairy tales. In science, we must be interested in things, not in persons. There are sadistic scientists who hurry to hunt down errors instead of establishing the truth. When radium was discovered, no one knew that it would prove useful in hospitals. The work was one of pure science. And this is a proof that scientific work must not be considered from the point of view of the direct usefulness of it. My experiments proved that the radiation of uranium compounds can be measured with precision under determined conditions and that this radiation is an atomic property of the element of uranium. In chemical terms, radium differs little from barium. The salts of these two elements are isomorphic, while those of radium are usually less soluble than the barium salts. Life is not easy for any of us. But what of that? We must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing must be attained. Be less curious about people and more curious about ideas. All my life through, the new sights of nature made me rejoice like a child. If I see anything vital around me, it is precisely that spirit of adventure, which seems indestructible and is akin to curiosity. The first experiments on the biological properties of radium were successfully made in France, with samples from our laboratory, while my husband was living. The death of my husband, coming immediately after the general knowledge of the discoveries with which his name is associated, was felt by the public, and especially by the scientific circles, to be a national misfortune. Unknown in Paris, I was lost in the great city, but the feeling of living there alone, taking care of myself without any aid, did not at all depress me. If sometimes I felt lonesome, my usual state of mind was one of calm and great moral satisfaction.